See, Will, you have to make sure you're checking my hair when I can't see it. Didn't I get more attention than the lead? Yeah, because I was the troublesome one. Will, can't you just make me look beautiful? Come on.
Alright, I'm going to go in the director's chair.
So you're not even going to watch it anyway, so I can just do my thing. Okay, leave it. Okay, I'll do that. The
focus won't be on it. Do you want me?
Yeah, I'll stay here. Here, put it back. Hi, I'm back. So I've taken a huge quarantine rest off of everything apart from TikTok, because everyone sort of got obsessed with TikTok. So I wanted to see what the fuss is about, and I think in one evening I made about 7 videos. In my pajamas, no underwear. Few different wig changes. So this video in a nutshell is kind of covering a couple of things to explain why I came off and the reasons to why I crashed, why I thought it's better to kind of stay away from all outside stimuli, if you like. And I will start with the weeks that commenced to this whole lockdown situation. So I was filming 2 movies in Boyana, and they were kind of back to back, and they were pretty intense, super fun. I met amazing people. It's really lovely when I go to Boyana because I know most of the makeup artists and stylists and DPs and blah, blah, blah. So it's just like being with my big family. And normally, like, when I come back to back off of doing lots of work, there is this massive crash, just because you go from doing super long schedules. Like the first movie was done in I think 12 days. I was second lead, so I was in most days bar 1, and my pickup calls, I learned a lesson. They wanted me with straight hair, and then I went and put these stupid like extensions in that were stuck in my head constantly, and then I'd have to come like an hour and a half before anybody else, and the poor makeup girls had to do my hair for I don't know how long. So basically I was kind of getting up sometimes at 4 in the morning, not getting back till about 10, 11. You know what I mean. It's pretty full on. And I kind of had booked a ski holiday, which obviously films being films, they changed my my shooting day, so my ski holiday fell in between the first movie and the second movie, so I had to come back from that early. My friend came from London, Ramona, who I'll talk about in a minute, because she's still here. She stayed for quarantine here. And anyway, it was all a bit like rush. Even down to the last couple of days of filming, no one was in the studios. Like everyone had stopped working apart from us, and that was a little bit weird, just to be walking around like a zombie town. Like, where is everyone? And anyway, the skiing, the films, and then we got back, and it was kind of like a prolonged euphoric time where I was like, I didn't really have a schedule anyway, and then I get told I have to sit in the house. Me sit in the house? Like, anyone that knows me, I know everyone. I go around after like going to my classes and then working on videos and seeing friends. I'll walk around and feed street cats, and like I am 24/7 on the go. So being told you have to sit in your house, I was a bit like, okay, I need it. After 5 minutes, what do I do? And that kind of was weird, because even though I like a little bit of downtime after a job, I was like, hold on, I'm flying to London, I've got to release my song, I had a whole setup to do a showcase in London for it. Like, I just didn't know what was going on. I spent all of last year setting up an agency and creating some really amazing contacts and amazing artists that I've been putting out to work in gigs in Bulgaria and the UK. And like, what the hell's gonna happen to performers within this time? Even if quarantine lifts, like, where are we? What are we gonna do? How are we making money? I spent 2 weeks trying to get my head around something that I was not comfortable with, and I basically triggered an attack. My Hashimoto's is like kind of super sensitive. If I drink alcohol, if I eat certain things, like it's like just a tumbling, spiraling effect. And I kind of crashed, I think. And on the process of crashing, I had social media and all of this crap that's going around, and the world has gone crazy and they're trying to kill us, and it's survival of the fittest, and like my mum was on her own and she had people in the house, and I had to deal with trying to get rid of them because she's a high risk person, and I couldn't go back to her because for obvious reasons, and I was just generally like and when I get like that, I just become really reckless. And like, the one good thing is, as I've got older, I understand what my reckless points are and I can kind of pull it back. And I'm rambling. This was supposed to be a quick video, but I can tell it's not going to be a quick video. But I've missed a whole chunk of why I've come off of social media. Okay, let's go back. So yeah, in between my emotional state of not feeling 100% myself, I'm really sad to actually talk about this. It makes me sad. I saw a post of a friend's and it read, I don't want to show you exactly what the message was, but it was really racially offensive towards the whole of the Chinese nation. And we know there's a lot of presidents out there and prime ministers that are referring to it as the China disease and but we don't know that. And even if it is the China disease, like, you don't tarnish a nation. Personally, my Chinese neighbors that are like second generation in England, like, it's not their fault for this happening. And there was a really racist kind of post that she put up, and it said something like, "Fuck you, Chinese, you and your dirty bat-eating ways, you're the reason why we're stuck in here, And knowing her, like, she was one of my first friends in Bulgaria, and she's amazing. She's bohemian, she's not racist. Like, I was like, is this funny? Are you doing it as a joke? But like, are you aware of like what's going on? And I kind of like, I couldn't help it. I just wanted to say, like, come on, like, stop it. So I messaged and I put, this isn't cool. You can't refer to a whole nation as it being their fault. Out of a huge population, it's only a small percent who do this shit. And it's also due to the fact that there are so many people and no food. So some of them may have no other choice. I know you're upset about what's going on and you're strong-minded, powerful, but you should take that frustration out in not such a bigoted way. Is that even a right word to say? No, in a racist way, I suppose. British Chinese who have never been in China in their lives and are fourth and fifth generation are being attacked because of like these comments, because people believe them. This time is supposed to make us be empathetic and kind and see things in a more humble, educated way, not look to blame somebody, and their blame starts with their government and not a whole nation. So I thought she was gonna say, okay, fine, and she didn't. She basically wrote back saying they know that eating rat, snakes and bat, it's nothing healthy, eating bugs, everything that moves basically. I mean, this should be really stupid, and it's shit that there are millions of bacteria in them, what the fuck. Sent me pictures of like, yuck, I can't show it. Yeah, look, they are all stupid. You can't do this and be proud of it, just people accepting it somehow. So I sent a couple of like voice messages and said, listen, look at the bigger picture, like, and I got it off of Google, like it says 1.2% off of like the whole of like China's land is used for agricultural reasons, and there are millions, billions, I don't even know how many, like so many people that they don't have enough food, they haven't had it for God knows how long, and we know about it. China is just a factory that builds shit for us to consume, and if we are consuming it, then they're gonna keep providing it. It's like any cycle that goes round when people talk about prostitution or slave labor or this or that. It's like, it's, what's it called again, Will? Supply and demand. Supply and demand. And until like you're there, and if I'm so pro animals. I have 2 cats and a dog. If I could, I'd have a whole goddamn zoo. Well, I wouldn't have a zoo because that's evil. But like, if I walked into somewhere like that, even talking about it, I want to burst into tears. Like, I can't even fathom or begin to understand how how it's allowed, but I remember when I read about the dog eating eating festival that they had there, that's I think just been closed last year because people were protesting for years and years and years and years. Like, is it just because it's hit us all of a sudden? Like, we're gonna start calling people dirty and this and that and da 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 da. And I was so wound up about it. I just stopped answering because she kept going on, and it wasn't like, oh yeah, I did it, like I didn't think about it. It's like, no, they're bad. And after me just saying, I can't deal with you, like, educate yourself first before you put up stuff like that. And I felt so sad for saying it because, like, I do reiterate, like, I love her from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure in a sane mind, and if she wasn't put in this type of environment, she wouldn't say stuff like that. Anyway, I had to stop it, and Will is my judge, and Ramona, who's still here, I walked out and I was crying. I was like, why is she doing this? Why can't she see with the point? Da, 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 da. And I was getting really, like, wound up about it. And then I thought, why am I getting wound up about it? That's her problem and that's her business. And if she can't handle that, then, like, I don't really need to be getting physically affected by it. And whether it was my hormones or whatever, but I've always been like that. Like, I'm from everywhere. Like, I'm a mixture of all over the place. And when I look at a person, I see them as just a person. And you've got good people and you've got bad people. You don't have good races and bad races. Like, I've got another message that a friend sent to me, which I'll read to you, which is just like so goddamn gross. They're very good friends of mine, and she wrote really heartfelt, like, listen, I'm really sorry about this is going on, but this has nothing to do with me. She's a Chinese Brit, and even with her beautiful, eloquent disclaimer of saying, please stop this racist hate, like, nothing can be done, some idiot, Greg Ford, who I'm quite happy to actually say if anyone wants to go find him, lying cunt, you nasty set of people eating anything, even cow shit. You should be held accountable for the shit you eat. Rats, bats, mice. Everyone keeps doing this, rats, bats, mice. Do we know it comes from there? Like, to start with. Anyway, he goes on to you fucking this, that, da, da, da. Like, Greg, it's racism. So all of you people who may think that you're not racist, you've just put yourself in a massive big racist category, which is just like, I need to stop ranting. This is why I came off of it, because I wanted to be more chill and be less aggressive. Has it worked? Oh, I hope so. Now my rant is over. I am going to tell you what I have been doing since quarantine's finished. I've always wanted to learn how to train at home because I'm such a class buff and, like, I go to classes. So one of the things I've been working on is training at home. I wrote a short film. I play 6 different characters. Said no one sane ever. Is that, did I get it wrong? I was going like this. Said nobody sane ever. Said nobody ever sane. Will just put it up in, like, words above me. So what you can expect to be coming up on this channel is some creative videos that include green screens and other cool stuff for camera tricks that will teach you. The song covers, because I bought loads of recording equipment in my house, which will be cool, to show you also how I used it, and reaction videos.
Music, songs, dances.
Well, Will might as well just come. Why don't you just come in and tell them what we've got coming up? They want to see you, they ask for you. Get in here. Stand up here. Now! He never listens to what I say. Okay, anyway, so you heard it from Will. We have all of those things. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you soon. Like, subscribe, share, do all of those things. And don't drink bleach. This was another bullshit thing that was going around. Like, don't. It's not gonna get rid of corona. Should I tell you what?
No, stop.